Today we're going to be talking about something called indictable offences in New South Wales. These are essentially serious crimes that you need to be looked at very closely in court. So if you're curious about the law works, or if you have a topic that hits close to home, please share it in the bottom. I love these comments, and this was another request, and I think it's very important to understand what is an indictable offence and how this can impact your life, because it's much different to any other offence. So indictable offence are big deals in the eyes of the law. They're the kind of crimes that can't just be sorted out quickly. There's a whole process, even coming from the local court or from the district court, you got to go through EAGP. It gets messy. We're talking about major things like thefts, serious harms to others, or even worse. These crimes go to higher courts where cases are looked at in detail. So again, this kind of usually comes from the Crimes Act of 1900, along with other laws that cover serious crimes. They're sort of the shake-up to a community in a sense of safety and order. And like I said, it's no easy task, and it's not a matter that'll be done in a few weeks, especially when you go to district court. So imagine crimes that make the news headlines. Those are sort of the indictable crimes. You see it all in the news, see what they present out, and it's usually pretty horrific depending on the nature of it. So what's your take on these sort of laws that deal with serious crime? Again, drop it in the comments. I want to answer these questions, and I think it's good to inform yourselves about what it can possibly lead you to. So in particular with New South Wales, these big crimes are sorted into lists. They're known as Table 1 and Table 2. What does that mean? Well, this isn't just how bad the crime is, but it also affects how the legal process works. It's like whether the case stays at a local court or goes higher into the courts, which you don't have one to go higher in the courts. The jurisdiction at the local court is 2 years, and district court is 5 to 10 years. So one thing that stands out about these crimes is that there's no expiry date when charging someone. I made a previous video on this, and go check it out if you really want to know detail about this. But essentially, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. If the crime is serious enough, the law can still take action. We see this with the historical sex offender case. We see these other historical cases. There's no jurisdiction or no time limit in these ones. So when someone is accused of one of these crimes, their journey to the legal system can look a lot different depending on the situation. So if the DPP elect or the CDPP elect, it gets very messy. But some might go through a fast process with less severe penalties, but others might end up with a trial, which might be detailed, and we'll look at what happened with that. So getting to know about indictable offence in New South Wales is very crucial. Whether you're studying law, working on the field, or actually facing the charges yourself, you should really know this, because it's no picnic. And I'll explain to you at the end about one of my cases, which is a very hefty case. So knowing more about this can help you understand about what's going on and make better decisions. So if you find this video helpful and you want to know more about serious crimes, share with others who might know, and don't forget to subscribe to us. So let's speak about one of my cases. So my client, he was charged with 40 million in fraud. It was 3 cold accused, well, 4, 1 ran away to India, but 3 cold accused being charged, and essentially my client was the ringleader, I would say. What the DPP had alleged is he had committed very serious frauds, and what he's done is allegedly he's taken a person who works at the big 4 banks. This person has access to, it's sort of these really special checks. It's not your standard check where it takes 2-3 days process. These are more bank checks where for them there's no waiting process and they just transfer straight away. But they're color graded, they're very special, they got codes. It's not, no one can just get access to it. So she worked in the corporate side, so she had access, and what she did allegedly is she sent it over to my client, for which he would get international students that were looking for migration. He would speak to the migration agents and give them a fee, and then he would take these students, get them to go to the banks, and then what they do is they sort of try to cash in the checks. He would write his name down, he would tell which bank to transfer, and the idea was that it would be ultimately transferred to his account, and then from that account, the third cold accused he would use with big property developers buy property and obviously build up his portfolio. It's very, very serious, and I think the volume of brief was about 6 pages. It was very, very intense. It's still ongoing. We were supposed to go last year, but one of the cold accused couldn't get legal aid in time, so we adjourned it for another year. It's a 6-week trial. So we got barristers, there's a jury, and they're essentially saying he's done about 40 million. And with it as well, he's only, again, from what it shows in the invoices and I guess the brief itself, he's only really taken about 1 to 2 million. The rest were kind of stopped by the big banks, but it obviously caught on to who was doing it. And the other kid that is involved, he's over in India, but he's going to come over in what's called criminal justice visa to testify on his behalf. So it's due for this year, it's 6 weeks, and it's a pretty intense case. So I hope that's helpful. If you like that kind of stuff, I'll give you some more of my cases. So thank you.